time well. At least I use my time well. At least I use my time well. As far as I can tell. I mean, I've definitely wasted a lot of time, and I've definitely pissed away a lot of time, and I've definitely self-destructed, and definitely done a lot of things that were pretty questionable. But at least it's a story now. At least it's a story now. At least I can inspire people. Maybe. Probably not. Lots of experience though, right? Lots of experience. Maybe not that much strength and hope, but plenty of experience to go around. But I think what I got, it's a lot. But I understand it well. I could write a book on OCD if my higher brain would let me. I could. If only I would. Sorry, for some reason those chords just got to me. It happens all the time, you guys. I'll just randomly start crying. I'm like, what's this about? You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. In about 10 minutes or less, you'll figure out what you're crying about. But yeah, you know, the stuff that I have often struggled with is stuff that I can help other people with. Because a lot of this stuff people are really ashamed of, you know? Really, really ashamed of. I mean, the whole, like, chronic nose-picking thing. Like, I was so ashamed of that. I couldn't even talk about that until I went to an ENT. And that appointment was when I was, like, 30, okay? So this habit has been going on for, like, most of my life. So I think it's really vital that, you know, we continue to talk about things that ail us and we make art about these struggles that we have, rather than just curl up with it and feel sorry for ourselves. And I think a huge part of the problem is, you know, the whole, like, trying to fix it. look at my ass, Vortex, look at my ass. Just kidding. It's not there. I'm a magician, okay? You saw no ass. But yeah, I think a huge part of the problem is like trying to make it go away. And I think that I accepted a long time ago that it probably wasn't going to go away. And so I had met with a psychiatrist, probably the smartest psychiatrist that I've ever been to. She was an Indian lady. And I think I've talked about this before, how like at the time I thought I had borderline personality disorder, and I told her that, and she was like, well, I can't help you then. Good luck with your life. She's like, you can treat the symptoms of whatever you got, but it's not gonna fix it. Who knew that there were honest psychiatrists out there? But they do exist from time to time, and I was lucky enough, dare I say blessed, that I encountered her, because she basically told me something that I already knew. That, you know, you just have to suck it up and deal with it. And I think that people that have personality disorders, it's actually a lot easier for us to do that than it is for people that have mood disorders. Because it's just something that we constantly have to deal with. Which is why we come up with way better ways of handling it. The narcissist is the conundrum, because they can't accept the way that they are. So I think for a lot of people that have other types of personality disorders, it's just something that we have to grapple with. And if you have enough time that you spend with something, you learn how to adapt to it, and you understand it. You understand why you have it. You understand, like, various aspects of it. And so, now, I know I sound like a bitch sometimes, because I basically sound like I'm just calling people pussies because they want to take drugs, or they want to... I understand taking drugs, okay? I just don't understand why people take drugs that don't work. That's my issue. But I also never took drugs thinking that the drugs were going to make it go away, or the drugs were actually going to, like, lessen the severity of it. I always just kind of assumed that, like, I was supposed to understand it. And I guess, like, the way that I'm wired, I really don't understand how people don't want to understand themselves. Like, that does not make any sense to me. Because you only have one life as you. Right? Unless you believe in reincarnation or whatever the fuck. And, like, that's another story. But, like, okay, subtract the whole reincarnation crap. Okay, we're talking about this life that you have as yourself, with your experience and your emotional nature and your thought process and your abilities or your disabilities, your advantages, your disadvantages, okay? Like, it's up to you to understand that about yourself. And so why wouldn't you make that your whole life's work? Why wouldn't you be like a fucking detective and try to figure yourself out? I guarantee you, if you did that, you wouldn't need to be mindlessly entertained by shit on your phone. You know, if you were, like, consciously processing things in your life and analyzing stuff that you've experienced and talking to yourself, you wouldn't need all this bullshit. I'm just saying. If I could make any case for schizophrenia, it would be that the inquisitive mind... Well, I will say this is precisely why we're such a threat. Because if you're naturally inquisitive, like, you really don't need that entertainment from anything else, because, you know, you're doing it yourself. So what do I need TV for? What do I need social media for? Other than to, like, you know, express myself. Like, do I really need society? You know, if I could just get all of this for myself. Can't imagine why that would be a threat. But yeah. Oh no, I'm just very aware of how lucky I am to have this amazing ability to understand. And you know, it's really all we have in regards to our consciousness. You know, as long as you have a working brain, that's what you should be doing with it. That's just my humble opinion. But I'm gonna see y'all later. Catch you in the next one.